Hey, yeah, body, VR, fingers. So this is Vtol VR, and we are in the, it's a bit noisy outside, the AH-94, not quite an AH-64. It is interesting. It's got some of the cool features of the Apache, but it's a weird stealthy hybrid-y thing. And we are going to fly it today. So, if I grab the camera, it's just going to shake, so I apologise. You can see, let's put you up in this corner. There we go, we have our cockpit. Our joystick, and I'm of course using the Valve Index, so I've got all my fingers on the tracking, and everything like the controls I have to grab, and I have to hold my hand in place and then move it, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. Alright, let's jump over to first person view. Alright, so first person, and let's get the jet started. So, main battery on, APU on, some aircraft somewhere. Can hear them, can't see them. Engine 1 on, rotor brake off. Let's close the door. So we have with us, if I check over, yep, we brought the radar. And we've got some rockets and I suppose Hellfire equivalents under the wings, and some AIM-9s on the wing tips, and well, that's the F-15 lookalike that can do carrier stuff. Okay, engine. So the RPM going up, and we should see the rotors start to spin in a moment. Here we go. Let's get the displays turned on, helmet on, and I want the TADS and nav. So we are going out to destroy a, can we zoom out enough? Yeah, a base, an outpost over there. Let's get the stats for the engine up, and RWR. Engine 1 is up, start engine 2, and I'm going to jump over now to the front seat. So you can play this in multi-crew, multiplayer, or you can jump back and forth between the seats, however you want. I think we're good enough for the engine's power to come up. Let's turn these on. So the controls are mostly the same in both seats, to be honest. The main difference is the collective here and this handle here are kind of combined into one in the back seat and separated out here. We've also got this weapon controller here, as well as the cyclic. And if I get the cam up, head, turn it on. Head please, and turn on the image. Grab these quickly. So if I look around, you can see there's E2, or I think it's an E4 in this game. There's the fighter that just took off. And this is really cool actually, having the camera slaved to your head so you can look around at things. Zoom in them, look through your own aircraft at the ground, because the camera is directly, let's clear that so we can see, the camera is directly beneath me right now. If I were to put the HMB back on and turn around, by doing this, there you go, there's the cannon, there's the wheels. So yeah, this is really cool. When you're flying at night, this is invaluable because you can use it to see instead of using NVGs, which in the Apache should be awesome. Alright, APU off, and I want let's turn the display of the HDMD off. I want the equipment, and I want my radar. Turn the radar on with the power button. So we've got our ground mapping radar. There's also an air-to-air mode, which will pick up aircraft. I don't think there's anything to pick up at the moment. There's just that aircraft taking off right now. We can see, oh, he's off the gimbal. Yeah, I can't stop playing with this camera. It's wonderful. Now I know the F-35 lookalike, I forget its name, has this functionality as well. Let's turn it off and jump to the back seat. Alright, I think we are good to go. Enough clowning around in the cockpit. Engines are full. Rotor braking off, wing fold off, parking brake is on, we'll leave that. Right, forward camera, objective marker for the waypoint. Let's grab the flight control. And we're going to center our control. So in the bottom right of my HUD, hopefully it's lining up with your view and mine. There is a little indicator of the controls. If I grab it, you can see me wiggling them around. Now, I keep on getting myself into trouble with this, so let's try and center it. Then increase the power. Give it a bit of twist. Up we go. So our objective is to the right, so let's come right. Full power. And this is the only thing I don't like about Vtol VR. I absolutely love having hands moving around freely. But it's this stick is always a bit twitchy. Hey look, there's the let's see, HMD Collective Combat Grip. That is actually how I can do one better than that. Switch it to colour. There we go. No, this is more powerful than the Apache is, but I do love doing this. Being able to look at things
so the bad guys started
and magnify them.
Yeah, and it looks like they're setting up little camps for their Vtol jets to re-up and refuel. We were able to catch it early, so they aren't fully operational yet. They don't have much beyond small arms, so you should be able to wipe them out no problem. The first one's deep in these woods by the foothills.
Alright, so our first objective is all the way out here somewhere. Can't see it yet. I'm actually going to take the camera back and send it to the waypoint. And zoom it in. And we'll put it back into day IR mode. So we're going to head on over to the target and blow some things up. Let's get the armament going. So we're going to start with there we go, the Hydra rockets. Which, if I look out the window and press the right button, there we go, you can see we've got tilt control for them, which I think is really nice. It also, of course, reflects the aim point on the HUD there. I feel like this is a great mix between a simulator and an arcade game. It's just that, you know, complicated enough to make it interesting without being too hard to learn. It's kind of like the old Microprose games, I guess, or the flight sims in the 90s. So we'll head on to target now, and whenever we can see it, we'll rejoin. Alright, we are coming up on the target, and just down there, oops, so I bumped my hand, is a fighter of some sort of Vtol, I guess. And I don't know, there's some other vehicles down there probably. We've got rockets selected, so naturally we are going to go in and do a rocket run on them. So we'll line it up, and I can then adjust this however I want it high at the moment. In fact, no, we'll lower it so we don't have to go quite so fast on it. And let's fire a few rockets. Let's pepper the general area. That's all of them gone. And woo! Okay, I don't know what that was. That's some infantry. And I want the cannon selected, please. That's the cannon. And let's get my head in control. It's a shame you can't look backwards with that camera. That must be a artillery rocket. They're not actually coming at me. I thought it might be a manpad or something. Right. And let's see if we can't. And there they are. Oh, this is really twitchy. You've got to make very small motions. Get your target. So what I actually prefer to do is find the target area, then tag it, and then sweeten the aim on here. So actually be on the gun's range here. Whoops. Okay, that's a little too much. Again, the control's coming back to bite me. Let's there we go. Calm it down. Let's put the cannon on that guy. There we go. Mission done. The objective, outpost B.
Now move on to Outpost Bravo. Remember to keep an eye out for manpads. You never know.
Alright, well, objective 1 down. Waypoint is our target. And we'll head on over to number 2 then. So we've just parked out, well, what, 4 miles from the target area. We are, if I stop the climb, let's go back down just a little bit before we reveal ourselves too much. I've set it up so that this fellow up here, the radar, should be clearing the ridge in front of us and should have line of sight on the target. You can see we don't from the camera pod. So all that should be showing is that radar dish. So if we jump over to the front seat, Yep, there we go. We've got a target, so I'll grab the TDAC, I think they're calling him on here. Is that the same name? Yep, TDAC. And set the soy, that's the weapons. There we go, and we'll look up whatever that is. It is a Vtol looking at the picture. And we want to pick out our... that's the cannon. That's the missile, so we are ready to engage it. So we press and hold. And we fire. And now, despite not being able to see, we've used our radar to engage that parked aircraft. And in a moment... I do wish this had a time until impact indicator. I guess we'll see this go boom. I don't actually know what we'll see on the radar picture.
You've got a couple of guys moving towards those.
There's an explosion.
If those things are operational, you're going to want to take them out before they take off.
I have a feeling the missile went for a different target rather than one we're designating, because this missile's a firing frigate on a point. So let's climb up so we get a visual now. Yes, we hit something else. I think it's slave the camera. Looks like I may have hit something different. Zoom in, please. This is all we got. They are taking off.
Man, they're taking off now. No worries, we'll send a Foxtrot over to help. Try to steer clear of those things if they get aggressive.
They are not taking off, my friend. I got them just in time with the missiles they were taking to the skies. Oh no, there is one left. That could be a problem. I could try firing another missile.
Alpha 1-1, Overlord. Pop up bandit bullseye 2-1-5. 12
See what he
leads. Hot.
See what he does. And we got him down as well. Beautiful.
Alpha 1-1, Overlord. Grand Slam.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, let's go back to the autopilot. Let's go back to this one, is what I wanted to do. And target that. And back to our missiles. Well, that vehicle is not amongst the base. What is that? Alright, well, it's going to die, so off you go, missile. If I slave the camera, can we see it? No? Oh no, there was on the base. It's the TDAC was looking that way, which is where the aircraft used to be. Alright, so let's put the collective back on. Take the autopilot off. Get us pitched forward, and we're going to start closing in. We're going to use the cannon to finish off this lot, I think. It's always a bit difficult transitioning in and out of autopilot. So you can fly the helicopter from the front seat, but it's a bit finicky to operate the weapons and fly it from the front seat at the same time, whereas in the back seat it's much easier. Alright, and we need to get some altitude ready to clear those trees right in front of the target. Doesn't look like our missile made it. I don't know. Let's pull up a bit. Snap the autopilot hover on. Take the controls again. Pick out the cannon. Set the... oops. I always mix these two up. Then we go set the soy. Alright, so cannon away and away. Here come the rounds. We are a long way off, so we got the one on that side. Is there anything else left to destroy down there? It's a bit too far away for the cannon, really. So let's slave back to the radar. So we got an object in that tree. So we'll pick out the missile and we'll fire that. And I'm going to turn the autopilot off and we're going to fly over that area again. See if that missile comes down on his head. There we go, he's dead. And now we just got those couple of infantry to worry about, which if we lock them up. Don't want to use a missile on them, let's use the cannon. That is a problem. That's a missile.
Okay, all targets destroyed. We've got one last thing for you. We're aware of some activity in the high mountains, and it's got us a little worried. It's probably nothing, but worth checking out while you're out in the area. Just fly to the waypoint, and we'll give you some further instructions when you get there.
Okay, we've got to do some scouting then. And everything down there looks pretty dead. Alright, so where are we going next? Let's jump back to the other seat. And objective, please. We're going up over there, okay. Let's go find what's out there. Alright, we are coming up on 6.5 miles to whatever it is the next objective is, Recon. Gotta fly to that area, and I'm gonna turn my radar, because I guess we're gonna be searching for something out there. So keep an eye on that, and out the window. Don't see anything, but there is a big hill in the way at the moment, called this radar shadow. And I'm guessing that our... let's go back to the map. Where is the map? Our location is going to be... reset please. Beyond that. Is this the right bit? No. Yeah, so just beyond this ridge here, which... is that ridge there, I assume. Got a marker for something already.
Yeah, this is about the area where we saw some construction equipment being airlifted into. Try to see if you can find out what they've been working on. Use your tats to get an ID if you see anything.
And there's something, and... road is on head at the moment, let's not have that. Slave. It's not targeted, there we go, lock. Slave.
Looks like they're trying to expand their air defenses up here. You're not going to be able to destroy that bunker, but the radar is probably pretty valuable. Take it out before they get to turning it on and you can come home.
Okay then. So we got some targets. Let's get the rocket and fire.
Autopilot disengaged.
Whoop. There goes the other autopilot. Cannon firing on that, and that. There's the impact. We all done? No, there's some infantry down there. We're going too fast for the cannon. So when you fly fast with the 30mm cannon, it locks itself forwards, disabling my ability to gimbal it. So we're going to reduce speed. And there goes the cannon. You can see the X marker, it's on target. Don't see anything down there anymore. Zoom out. There's a missile launcher of some sort.
Alright, great job. That's all I have for you today. Bring it home.
Awesome, so we've got them all dead. So I guess we'll head home to base. Whoa, hello. Okay, that bunker has teeth. Let's just get out of his reach. Alright, we should be clear of him. Alright, we are heading home. Turn that off. Home is 22 miles that way. Right, and nav. And let's head on home then. RTB. Home. And... CMS, no. Comms. AWACS, ground, airbase. Vertical landing, please.
1-1, tower, copy. Fly heading 075. Alpha 1-1, tower. Cleared to land on pad 01.
Okay, pad 01. And the collective down now. I quite like to have the camera, which was TADS, back to head, and colour so I can see straight through, see where I'm landing. So our pad is over here. Now this is a little bit weird because you get some overlay. You can see through the projection of the camera. And because the camera beneath me doesn't quite line up with my eye line, it can get a bit distracting. So we need to slow down some more. Let's drop the landing gear. You can see they're coming down on the display. A little bit of power. And that's our pad over there. So they want the closest one for us. And the symbology is overlapping a little bit, which makes it a little bit weird to look at, like I was mentioning. Let's come to the right. Let's grab the flight collective. Now, this is really tricky to do, to be honest, because you haven't got the finesse of having physical controls. Seems like we're being blown to the right. Still going a bit fast. Keep it steady, we're doing 9 knots. Now I need to land long, because obviously the camera's in the nose of the aircraft. So the camera should almost be unable to see the pad by the time we touch down. Looking good. A little bit further forwards, please. Don't want to be over-reliant on the camera in the nose.
Ground crews on station.
And touchdown. And mission complete. Let's turn that off so I can actually read this. So target outpost A destroyed, target outpost B recon complete, and RTB complete. Awesome. And let's check down. So display's off. And that one too. Power and all those off. Turn the power down. Let's just slow down the rotors. And once the rotor RPM gets down, we can turn on the rotor brake. That's the low RPM warning, which I don't think I can turn off, can I? No. Turn that off too. And now that it's stopped, we can actually fold the wings. So this is, of course, able to operate off of the carrier. So wing fold, rotor fold. And in they go. And grab the handle. And this one. And of course we can get out. Or in my case, probably walk into something in my room. So there we go. As my body flails around. Ugh. Alright, so you're not supposed to actually get out of the cockpit, but I couldn't resist. So, that's a quick look at the new AH-94 DLC for Vtol VR, which came out a few days ago. If you're getting impatient for the DCS Apache or just want something a little lighter, this is well worth a look. I hope you enjoyed, and take care.